Noah Wolf on pole position for the Minimax alongside Harrison Whitcomb, then Josh Graham and Sebastian Mins from Jack West and Thomas Min Spearing, Alex Zingarevich and Finn Buck from Liam Hartley and Jack Thompson. Outside the top 10, it's Harry Bartle alongside Finn Leslie, then Jasmine Taylor lines up 13th alongside Michael Walker, Lizzie Mentia and Lewis Goff, and then it's Mike Dalton, Tyler Lee, Dan Kilpatrick and Addison Smith. Zane Quaker and Harry Cottrell, Elliot Powell and Charlie Very from Dan Hartley and Gabriel Cullen, then Hipkins, Turner, Reed and Carney from Oliver Grundy and Emily Cotty, from Toby Gale, Albert Wilton and Jensen Pritchard. Here we go, and off to starters' orders. Up to the first corner, Noah Wolf trying to hold the lead nicely from the first corner. Joshua Graham getting into second place nicely, up and over. Bit of a problem for Jasmine Taylor as she's gone off, and there's more joining the scene as the rain is coming down at the worst possible moment. They're all on slicks, and it's lap one rain. It's Nürburgring 2007 all over again as we battle on board with Harrison Whitcomb, watching the treble 7 of Sebastian Mins, trying to tiptoe his way through on the opening lap here at Clay Pigeon. And now the drivers have got to cope with the conditions here in the drizzle on slick tyres for the remainder of this race. It's going to be really tricky from here on out as Spearing gets a little bit skew with there behind Mins. That got very close for comfort.
One driver further back wouldn't have expected to be starting P12 was Finn Leslie, championship contender. So he's got it all to do from P12. And with Noah Wolf out front currently, and Seb Mins, here he is on the 777 making up a place. They're also the main championship contenders. Wolf, the championship leader, of course, will be now after this weekend. It's all to play for in this class, no doubt about it, but Finn Leslie got it all to do from P12.
And Whitcomb's struggling to hold on to that original third position. Now Spearing coming through to get his overtaking move. This is all in the battle in the top 6. Spearing's going to lose it on the exit. And now there's going to be a real challenge as they come through. Josh Graham has actually hit the front by the look of it. We're still dueling with West, and that's Mins and Wolf sliding around. Everybody's really struggling for traction. Oh, and up in the air, Spearing goes airborne slightly. Goodness me. Slick tyres, wet track. This is really difficult indeed here at Clay Pigeon as drivers are just jockeying their way through, trying to hold on to their position and try and gain as much as they can in very greasy conditions indeed. As we close up on the 31 of Finley Buck, trying to make the overtake. This is really greasy now, and obviously with the rain starting to come down on a circuit that is bone dry, on slick tyres, these guys are really going to find it tricky out there. Good battles already starting to shape up as we've got Lewis Goff dueling away with Zane Quaker coming off the turn. Josh Graham, though, now that he's in the lead, starting to pull away.
Sets the fastest lap, Josh Graham. Harry Bartle down the inside of the 31. That's Finley Buck for a spot and takes the spot. Nice clean move.
Yeah, that was really well managed there in the chicane. You can be a little bit braver in these greasy conditions. Michael Walker now bangs in a 38.1. You can see how much time they're losing in the greasy conditions. Normally they'd be going into the 36s on these conditions, so obviously still a little bit of dry patches around the course, but the track has depreciated in speed a little bit. Noah Wolf has managed to get himself back into second place past Sebastian Mins, and Noah Wolf, of course, is the man on form in the Minimax category. He's not won the championship yet, but he's certainly the favourite to do so. Finley Buck on the inside of Bartle gets the move back again. That's one lap later. And look, you could see him ride the curb, and the position of the camera actually jolted. That's how much energy is dissipating every time the car goes over those curbs. You take an awful lot of punishment on the rib cage as you bounce over those curbs, but it is the fastest way through.
Good to see a new name at the top of the timesheets in terms of the fastest lap. Michael Walker sets another fastest lap. Finn Leslie, by the way, he set the fastest lap before. Noah Wolf has now set the fastest lap. So fastest laps being set by drivers throughout the field. And Finn Leslie, by the way, Jake, has moved this weekend to Cato Motorsport, moved teams. He was at SPR, of course, now with Cato Motorsport.
Well, always interesting to see what happens when drivers decide to switch outfits mid-season. Up we go on the inside and gets past Sebastian Mins. That's a nice move from Harrison Whitcomb. Manages to get the overtaking move then. He's been building up to this. I wonder if Tom Spearing is going to come along for the ride. A little later on into the race, and Harry Bartle's still battling, this time with Finn Leslie. Leslie loses out, and that's going to be opposition and opportunity gained there 2 places by Jack West. So now Whitcomb's going to lose out to Mins. Just about chops across before he loses out to Finley Buck, who now has the fastest lap of the race. And now Finn Buck has got pressure of his own from that man Tom Spearing, who is still putting pressure on him as they come up towards pit bend.
Normally we have one 360-degree camera on. We've got two in this particular race. Harry Bartle and Harrison Whitcomb doing the honours. We're on board now with Harry Bartle through the line down to Billy's blind. That's Jack West in behind for the Synergy race team, looking up the inside. Oh, makes a lovely clean move into the S's. On board now with Harrison Whitcomb, switching back and forth between onboard cameras. Finley Buck up the inside, looks like he's lost it on the exit. He has. Taking advantage is Tom Spearing.
Spearing managed to get through on the inside as well, so the two Argentis of Whitcomb and Spearing managed to get the upper hand on Finn Buck on that particular occasion. Finn Leslie behind them in 7th place is going to be trying to work his way forward now. That's Jasmine Taylor in the middle of the field. Obviously, she was one of the drivers caught out on the opening lap, so she's having to get out of the way and let the leaders come through. Still no opportunity there for Buck to get back on the inside of Spearing. Whitcomb's had to bail out a little bit. Buck is on the grass. Here comes Tom Spearing. Thanks very much, buddy. I'll have the place, thank you.
Finley Buck set the fastest lap on the last lap. Won't be setting the fastest lap this time.
Oh, and Noah Wolf's got back ahead of Josh Graham. He's managed to get back into the lead there, Alan, so he obviously dropped back a little bit, but Wolf has managed to systematically work his way back now in front. There he is. He's managed to get through into the lead again in front of Josh Graham.
So Wolf out in the lead. He is the championship leader as things stand then on this lap. So Wolf, Graham, Seb Mins is in the championship hunt as well with Finn Leslie. Leslie though only down in 7th, so not doing his championship chances any favours at the moment, Finn Leslie.
Whitcomb and Spearing still having this terrific inter-team battle for 4th position. Whitcomb very nearly banzaied on the inside of his teammate, then thought better of it. West gets past Jasmine Taylor, who has to move out of the way. And look at Josh Graham all over the back of Noah Wolf. He's not letting him have a moment's peace. Whitcomb did actually get past Spearing there, and now Graham's gone for the lead on Noah Wolf. Wolf is going to get straight back on the retaliation though. No cheap overtakes today. Excellent work.
That's a great retaliation move. And that's what you want to do as well. Somebody gets past you like that and you've got the switch back on. Take advantage of it and get straight back into the lead. You control track position.
Yeah, you almost sense when the guy's coming through, so you just think, right, I'm going to get back off the throttle, I'm going to go slow in and fast out, and you get a faster exit from the corner. So you go, oh, and who's that coming into the pits to retire? It's a back marker getting out of the way there, unfortunately, so we've definitely lost one of the competitors from the fray, but then we did have 2 or 3 drivers on that opening lap in trouble. There's the move, nice one from Finn Leslie, dives in there on Tom Spearing, and that will do very nicely indeed from his perspective as he continues to make progress through. So that's going to put Finn Leslie where? 5th position now on Tom Spearing, battling for the lead. Whoa, Josh Graham changed his line at the last possible moment there to get through on Noah Wolf and takes the lead with less than a minute left on the time squeeze. Back on the inside, Noah Wolf dives back through. Neither driver is prepared to give way.
Wolf repays the compliments in kind. Similar moves on both of them, but fantastic driving by the pair.
And look at the defense. Look at the defensive tactics now from Wolf. He really is trying to back Joshua Graham into the path of Mins, Whitcomb and Leslie. He's got a lot of time for that to happen. Now Whitcomb diving in on Mins. Mins will not be pushed around. He holds the inside line, and that's opened up the gap for Finn Leslie. He's going to come through now. So Leslie will try to get through on the grass. Whitcomb tried his best to hold on, but he has to let them go. He's frustrated. Spearing's gone through. Buck's gone through. Jack West has gone through, and Harry Bartle is trying to get through as well. So an absolutely furious Whitcomb, but he tried to hold it round the outside, and there was no more road to play with. Now Bartle's going to get by. So is Zingarevich. Zingarevich is going to get them both. He snatches 2 places on the last lap. That's absolute perfect in terms of timing. But now we've got Noah Wolf trying to back up Josh Graham into Sebastian Mins. He wants to run away and hide. He's trying to hold the line. He gets a little bit of a love tap into the hairpin, dives through. Wolf won't want to give him the space. He tries to run in on the outside, on the grass. Mins dives through to second, to the lead. Mins is going to steal it out of the final bend. Sebastian Mins will snatch the win at Clay Pigeon. Magic. Majestic run from Sebastian Mins. He snatches victory from the jaws of defeat. Absolutely masterful. Oh, Graham and Wolf just got too focused on each other. Mins took the bull by the horns, snatched the win from both of them. Cheers, boys. That's a wonderful victory. Frustrations from many others in the field. And Sebastian Mins comes through to take the win away from Noah Wolf. A post-race penalty drops Josh Graham from 3rd to 10th, so Finn Leslie gets the final spot on the rostrum from Buck, Spearing and West. Zingarevich P7 ahead of Bartle and Whitacombe. Well done to Gabriel Cullen. This is not an easy field to make up progress, and he made out 13 places.
Well, how about that? I said at the start of this programme that the top step of the podium could only be a race or two away for Sebastian Mins of KR Sport. And hey presto, he's done it here at Clay Pigeon. A great result for him. All that excitement went down in the final corner. And I don't know what must be going through the minds right now of Noah Wolf and Joshua Graham, because either one of those lads could have taken the win lap after lap prior to that moment. Really exciting stuff. I'm almost lost for words. Let's go and catch up with them at the podium.
We had an all right start, and then it started kind of raining a bit, so because I'm quite experienced on slicks in the wet, it was quite hard, but then Noah had a better advantage because he knew when it was wet, and then towards the end I was getting quite quick, and then Noah and Josh Graham had a battle on the last lap, and then Noah went on the grass and I sneaked up the inside. I would like to thank Motorsport Finance, my mechanic, my mum, my dad, my sister. Yeah, that's it.
Noah, penultimate round of the championship. You're looking for a great result. Second good enough for you this weekend?
Yeah, it's good enough. We had battles all around the race today. We had good weekend racing, and I think I got more points than my rivals, so yeah.
Who do you want to thank?
I would like to thank my dad, my family, my mechanic Sam, and all my sponsors.
Super, well done. Finn, third place today, close yet again in this class. It's really the three of you have been going at it hammer and tongs all season, but third place, good enough for you this weekend? It keeps you in the championship hunt, I guess.
Yeah, we're definitely still in the fight for the championship, and especially that we had to start 12th. It was really difficult to try and make my way through the field, but yeah.
Okay, who do you want to thank?
KO Motorsport, Raceway Motorsport, my mum and all my family for coming to support me this weekend.
Terrific podium there for Finn Leslie. Noah Wolf, though, leads the championship and is one step away from clinching it, but look at that for second. Leslie versus Mins, it could be either of them that gets the runner-up spot. Josh Graham in fourth from Bartle and Spearing, with Hartley, Murphy, Buck and Zingarevich wanting to finish off strong at Three Sisters next.